What's going on, everybody? I'm Miles from Champs Detailing. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do the engine bay shampoos and how to transform any engine from looking dirty, muddy, gross into a brand new showroom condition where you're just going to be happy to show it off. So to start off with, it is very easy to do, although it is easy to mess things up in your engine bay. So just be careful with that. Have that in mind. When you're using the pressure washer, you're going to want to hold it a distance away so that you're not gunning it into any important parts in the vehicle, such as the alternator or the battery or a couple other parts that I'll let you know later on in the video. But you're also going to want to cover up that battery or remove the battery. We cover it up here. You don't really need to remove it. Only in some vehicles you do, but most generally you don't have to. As long as you're doing it properly, you risk almost 0% of damaging the engine bay. But to start off with, what you guys are going to want to need is a pressure washer, a heavy degreaser, a spray bottle for the degreaser, and a rim or wheel brush cleaner in order to agitate any dirt on top of the vehicle or on top of the engine bay. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. All right. So number one, guys, you're gonna want to cover up that battery. So we use heavy duty black bags to cover up the batteries. Just make sure it's really dug in there, or tape it on so that it's not gonna blow around or allow water to get inside it. But first of all, you're just gonna want to start off with rinsing off all the grime dirt off the engine bay, and then we're gonna move on to the degreaser. Off all the big dirt, all the heavy grease and stuff is off the vehicle. You're gonna want to grab your degreaser and just spray it off, spray down, spray off every little thing on the inside. If you're doing the hood roof thing too, also spray that down. I use Garrett's Garage as my foam cannon thing. Pretty good. Not the best though. If you're looking for one, I don't know if I'd recommend this one. It has some issues sometimes. But I like to just spray everything down nice and evenly. All right, so once you got it all sprayed down, generally we like to let it sit for a little bit, like maybe a minute or so, just let the degreaser do its work. But you're gonna want to grab your wheel brush. I use this blue one. You can buy it at Canadian Tire or really in a place that sells detailing products. And you just want to scrub it down. Make sure you get into all the little nooks and cracks, little areas in the vehicle, on the engine bay. Alrighty, so once you give it a nice rub down with the rim and tire brush, I like to grab one of these guys, just a regular detailing brush, and really get into the tight spots that you are gonna miss with the normal one. And like this, you know, really into there, get into all these little tight spots on the bottom that you would normally miss. Especially these guys tend to be pretty dirty, kind of hard to get off the dirt, but once you do so, see it into all the little small areas, you are ready to go for the rinse. When you're rinsing off the vehicle, you want to keep it a distance away. You don't want to be gunning it like right into the cracks and stuff, because even if you don't get everything, like if you're using a hot water and using a good pressure washer, you will get everything regardless. But do not try to gun it in for these tiny little areas in there, all there, because you will damage your engine, and please don't blame me for that. But if you're just doing it really nicely, taking your time, getting through all the little nooks and crannies, you are able to get this done. All right, now you want to just grab a couple microfiber towels, dry off the interior, dry off all this stuff up here, and we're gonna get it ready for the shiner. So just get into all the little nooks and crannies on this engine bay and grind it off, just to make sure if there's any little dirt that you can't see that's wet, that also gets removed by drying the engine bay off. I know a lot of detailing companies do not shine it afterwards, which is kind of weak in my opinion. Very simple to do to shine it, and it makes it look 10 to 25 to 100 times better than before. All right. So once you got her pretty much dried off completely, I like to grab the air compressor and just really gun out all the little water off the bay and in the little areas. Just make sure again to not put it too close, because you can push water that into little spots that where water's not supposed to be, and that can damage the engine. once you air compress all the little seams, those little holes, just grab your towel once again and just dry off any remainder of the water spots. Just so this is so you don't develop any water spots on the engine. As well, when you're shining it, you don't want to have any water on there because it affects the way the shiner works. So it won't look as good. So and at this point, you can now remove your plastic bag that was covering up the battery. And just clean around the battery area. I do not like to use water around the battery at all. So the battery is not an important part. If you don't even really have to clean it, it doesn't provide anything besides looks. But all right, when she's nice and dried off, you're gonna want to grab your shiner. I use Auto Valet tuxedo shiner. This stuff's pretty mint. I don't know if you guys can buy this at a store. I think you got to have a wholesale account with someone, but it is pretty solid. So once you get this, you don't want to spray it on pretty evenly on the engine bay. Just let it so you can spread it around evenly so you can get the best results possible. So it's very simple. Spray it on there, nice even coat. The more you use, the shinier it will be. Kind of. If you use too much, it won't look good. Kind of like that. Grab your towel again. At this point, to make sure you don't have any finger streaks on there, you're going to want to fold it into a nice napkin size, I guess. And then, if you can see this, the shine that we're getting is pretty amazing compared to what it was. Get it back to that showroom condition. Getting all the nooks and crannies here. Yep. Look at that, beautiful. This one came out looking real nice. Make sure you get all the surrounding areas on the engine bay. Around any little parts, little sections. Get all the hood area around the part that's covering the engine. Get into the little cracks with your fingernails. Make sure that's looking absolutely perfect. All right, so this is the results at the moment. We're still kind of just wiping her off, wiping her down, making sure she's looking perfect and nice and presentable for the customer. A little bit hard to do with the phone here, and try our best. Getting them little nooks and crannies everywhere. All right, I'm gonna do a little quick wipe down without the phone on me, but I'll show you guys the final results. All right, so this is the final results. Came out looking really nice. No flaws, beautiful, nice and clean engine bay. And it has a nice shine now with that shiner. I know a lot of companies don't use the shiner, but it is only a couple, maybe 10, 15 minutes longer, and the engine bay looks brand new instead of just okay. If you guys like this video, remember to drop that like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I do ceramic coating, just came in actually. We're just starting offering it now. Window tinting and normal detailing, and PPF is also coming soon. So yeah, and especially guys, if you're new, if you're young entrepreneurs and you want to know how to grow a business from, I started mine with about $200 in my bank account. Now I got my own shop, making well over 6 figures a year. 19 years old, hoping for a really good year this summer. Just got to put in the work, put in the grind, and the rewards will come. I promise you that. But yeah, drop that like, and we will see you next time at Champs Detailing YouTube channel. Have a good day, guys.